this filter is legit. Like, it looks like I'm wearing makeup. Anyways, so after I posted that last video about how once I make an internal change, all hell breaks loose around me, tell me why that's exactly what happened. So I ended up having a dream where, like, I was living in this neighborhood where, like, I knew all of the neighbors and everything. And there was these people, like two people outside, like knocking on doors, and one sounded like he was about to cry, saying that like he had to go to the bathroom or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not opening the door because like my spidey senses was tingling, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Like, no. And like I didn't even go to the door. I didn't look or anything. And then they were knocking on other neighbors' doors. They weren't answering because I could feel them. I could feel them just being like, hell no, we're just gonna pretend like you don't exist. And then one of the neighbors in the place actually ended up opening the door for them. And then the dude tries to like walk in, but he ends up pushing him back out of the door. Like, what the hell? No. And like, I had opened my door by this point and like was witnessing this because my other neighbors had come out all at the same time, and like we was about to, talk and tell them to get on. And the same dude that pushed the dude out of his house, because like the dude just like went a different direction, and that same dude that had like pushed the dude out of his place rushed towards my door, and I slammed the door in his face. And I was just like, what the hell do you think you're doing? I slammed the door in his face and he got hurt really bad, like grotesquely bad from the door. And they were just like angry because they were like, I was trying to help you. And I was like, the dude went the other direction. He wasn't coming towards my door. And then he was like, he tried to threaten me with karma because he got hurt, because he tried to rush into my house. And I almost actually apologized. But then I was like, hold up. Why were you rushing into my house when the dude went the other direction? You sus. And then, like, when I called him out on it, he ran off. And I was talking to the other people in the neighborhood, like some of the other people in the neighborhood. The rest were actually chasing off the other two. And I was watching them, and I was just like I was witnessing all of this, and it was just so amazing because it's just like, wow, like we are all, for the most part, on like one, like we're all on the same wave to where we know exactly what's going on, and nobody's doubting what anybody else's experience is with these people. Like, there's no gaslighting. It's just like we're all in this together. We're all coming together and got them people out in the neighborhood. It was really, really nice. And so, like, basically what I picked up from that is be very careful who you allow into your space. Because it's funny, because when I went outside and I was talking to the neighbors and watching the rest of them chase off the other people, they had peed on the wall of my apartment. And I was just like, that's fucking disgusting. And that can be a symbol of like some kind of dark magic sometimes, but also like a violation of your personal space and whatever, your home means to you. But what I picked up from that is that you have to be really, really careful right now about who you allow into your space and into your energy, especially your energy, and be very vigilant about the energy part, because should I talk about that one? I also ended up having an instance where I woke up in the middle of the night and something was starting to manifest itself into my house. But one of my guides went ahead and took that out for me. And I saw it. I wasn't asleep. And at that point, I was like, well, I'm awake. But, you know, the energy that my guide had was just like, nah, you good, go back to sleep. Because we done with this bullshit. And so that instance that I had in the middle of the night kind of really goes with this dream. And it's funny. It's just funny, like, getting all the pieces to come together. So basically, be very careful about who you have in your energetic space. They might come in acting like they need something, or like they're trying to help you. And they might even get rid of somebody that looks like a menace and possibly is a menace, just to have that hero complex and come in and then try to be like, oh, well, now, you know, I'm your hero now, so you gotta let me into your space. No. Thanks for shooing them away. Thanks for looking like you're not an op for a second, but at the same time, if you get that feeling, you know that feeling. But yeah, be very careful who you let into your space. But yeah, I've been picking up on weird messages, like messages in weirder ways than I normally do, even within the dream state. But what I gathered from this dream is that when you are like, just like what I said in one of the previous videos, is like when you are changing your energy, you're elevating, and your thought process is changing, it's in signals. And this goes through everything, including the dream states and your energetic field. Because at the same time, like the same day that I had this dream of this person like violating my space, or trying to violate my space, because I've been doing extra work to make sure that all my stuff is sealed, that every corner of my freaking house, every corner of my energy, and everything else is in tip-top shape and untouchable. And as soon as that happened, like, I'm sitting here at my fucking desk, and I had kids throwing rocks at my motherfucking window. Literally the day after I mentioned that when you start changing, because like I've been doing a lot of work, and I'm really just focused on that. You'll see the results of that later, I'm sure. But with that, I'm just being harassed left and right. And then on top of that, like today, I'm like seeing things that I loved about this place just no longer, they no longer are existing. They're either being removed. Like there's a tree that I liked, it got cut down. And there's some other trees that I like getting cut down. And just about everything that I liked about this place is just like gone. It seems to be going away. And that's okay. That's fine. I can handle the change. It's sad to watch the trees go, because like I talk to them like they're like friends now, and to see them like get cut down is so it's just like, no, why would you do that? Like it wasn't bothering anyone. But anyway, yeah, be mindful of the people that you have around you in your energy and trying to come in with these hero complexes. Be very, very vigilant, especially on the intangible fronts, because this, whatever it is, it's not playing. And from what I got, those guides were the ones in the neighborhood, and they fed the fuck up. Anyway, have a wonderful motherfucking day.